What's up, guys? Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan. It is Sunday evening, heading into Sunday night. Many of the Sweet 16 March Madness teams have already been qualified as they will be playing Thursday, Friday next week. That will be the 23rd, 24th, and then those winners will play 25th and 26th next Saturday and Sunday. But still a few games to be played as I make this video. A little bit before 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. Just got done watching Marquette go down to Michigan State. And I got to tell you what, guys, Michigan State gets a ton of credit here. Coach Tom Izzo already with the big March Madness history under his belt. He's had plenty of success in the tournament, and really, if you look back to the last, say, 25 or so years, he is second, really, to Coach K when I think of coaches who have had a great deal of success in the tournament in March Madness. So, heck of a job for Michigan State, and that was a good Marquette team that they defeated. So way to go there. Now, I will say this. I'm going to give you just a little bit of overall feedback on what I've seen so far these first two rounds. If there was ever a year, all the years I've been watching the tournament, which is spanning back to I'm going to say the early 1980s. So we're over 40 years of watching the NCAA tournament for myself. I don't think I've ever seen it where it's this unpredictable. I mean, I understand they call it March Madness because it's unpredictable. But I haven't seen it to this point where it's so unpredictable. I mean, you can't even really almost make sense of some of this that's going on, some of these things that's going on. It's almost impossible to say, well, this team, it's almost to the point where the talk of, this team should defeat that team because they're stronger underneath and they have more depth and all that. It's almost like you could throw all that talk out of the window right now because things are happening. I mean, Princeton's in the Sweet 16. Arizona, who I had in the Final Four, I am very sorry to say, boom, they're gone. First round. Kansas gets knocked out second round to Arkansas. Great comeback for them. Great job for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Got to give a lot of credit to them. UCLA looks good. UCLA looks very good. The other one that really surprised me was Virginia losing to Furman. I could not believe that. There was a couple of these games. And then, of course, FDU. Fairleigh Dickinson, a 16 seed. I believe that's the second time in history that's happened where a 16 seed knocks out a number 1 seed in Purdue. So I don't know about you guys, but I got two of my Final Four teams still alive and heading into the round of Sweet 16, and that's UCLA, who I picked for the Final Four, and I also picked Houston. I did pick, just to share with you, the viewer, I did pick Houston to win the whole thing. However, you watch Alabama, they are passing every eye test and look every bit as good as Houston. Some may even say they look better. But I'm going to stick to I have to now. I already filled out my bracket. But I'm going to stick with my pick here. Houston winning the tournament. I just think they have just a little bit more talent than even the most talented teams. They're very much tournament tested. A lot of these teams are, but they've have good experience these last few years. These teams have gone far in the tournament. So there you go. That's my pick, guys, and I'm sticking to it. But I tell you what, and then who in the world would have thought you're going to see an FAU versus FDU? So Florida Atlantic is a win away, and a victory over Fairleigh Dickinson will get them in the Sweet 16. The winner, one of those two teams, will be in the Sweet 16. getting ready to watch Miami and Indiana, which will be kind of my focus game for this evening. Big night for South Florida colleges here, as both FAU and the University of Miami could advance to the Sweet 16. Miami at a 5 seed going against number 4 seed in the bracket, the Indiana Hoosiers. Now there's one thing that stands out when you think of the Indiana Hoosiers, and that is their forward, Trace Jackson Davis, who is a tremendous player. He is like your quintessential scoring forward. The guy is just around the basket. He's good around the basket. He's got good hands, scores underneath, takes the ball to the basket very well. He's a good rebounder. He's definitely, I would think, going to be selected very high in the NBA draft when he does, when that time does come. If not, I mean, this could potentially be a number 1 pick. So that is a guy, the Hurricanes are going to have to overcome him somehow. So big test for the Miami Hurricanes tonight. Should be very interesting. Liked how the Hurricanes just hung around, and then played real tough those last 4 or 5 minutes to defeat Drake. Of course, we heard so much about Drake. Credit to them. But it was getting a little annoying after a while hearing about, like, how if they were an NBA team, they would be or they're older than 3 or 4 NBA starting 5s or something along those lines. It was getting a little annoying only because, number 1, I was hearing it a lot. Number 2, like, what is that? What does that tell me? Okay, yeah, they have older players on their team, obviously. I think one guy, at least one, is a grad student. I'm not putting that down at all, but that doesn't automatically mean you're going to win in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, we could say, well, they're older, they're more mature, whatever. But Drake had a good season. Congratulations to them on the season. The Hurricanes move on. So let me know what you think. They don't call it March Madness for nothing, and it has been every bit as unpredictable as I've ever seen. I want to hear your thoughts. I'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.